Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Winter Data Meetup. I hope you're all enjoying the insightful talks and discussions we've had so far. Meet Gina Gurubi, a Senior BI Analyst at EPAM. Gina will show us how to blend Garmin data with Power BI for awesome visuals and insights. Whether you love fitness, data, or tech, this talk is your ticket to discovering how Power BI can transform your health journey. Now, before we dive into our next session, I'd like to take a moment to ask for your support in helping us grow our community and recognize the speakers. Firstly, if you enjoy the content we're providing and want to stay updated on future events and talks, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons below the video. Now, for something a bit special. In the video description below, you will find a link to the talk page, where you can provide feedback on this talk, give speaker a badge, and rate the session. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us as it helps us improve future events and also provides recognition for our speakers' hard work and dedication. Throughout the talk, if you have any burning questions or insights you'd like to share, don't hesitate to type them into the chat box. Our team will be monitoring the chat closely, and we will collect all your questions to discuss with the speaker after the presentation. And now, let's welcome our speaker to share her valuable knowledge with us. Gina, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Welcome here. Thank you for the brief introduction. My name is Gina Gurubi, and I'm excited to present my case study titled Visualize Garmin Activity Data in Power BI. Just to provide a bit of a background of myself, I studied mathematics at Eötvös Loránd University here in Budapest, and I currently work as a senior Power BI developer at EPAM. In my free time, I enjoy various sports, particularly snowboarding and wakeboarding. The reason why I developed the Garmin Activity Report was to gain deeper insights for my sport activities and identify areas for future improvements. Here is the agenda for today's presentation. We will cover all the topics listed on the right side. We will go through the background first, and then following it with the methodology, how I developed the report. We will review the data itself, the key metrics that I implemented. I will also talk a bit about the challenges and the obstacles I faced during the development, and I will tell you about the solution and the results. I will also show you some achievements and highlights from the report, talk about a bit of the future work, and the conclusion of the report itself. For those participants who are unfamiliar with the Garmin watches, let me provide some context. Garmin devices are powerful tools for health and fitness enthusiasts, capturing a wide range of fitness metrics such as steps, distance, heart rate, speed, and several others, offering detailed insights into physical activities. In today's health-conscious era, the importance of personal health tracking cannot be emphasized enough. As awareness grows regarding the value of an active lifestyle, Garmin's strong tracking capabilities enable users to set and achieve fitness goals, to optimize training, improve sleep and recovery, and also promote holistic well-being. The decision to analyze the Garmin activity data is motivated by personal goals for me, including fitness performance, health monitoring, and productivity. This case study aims to reveal significant patterns within the Garmin activity data, offering valuable insights. I tracked all the activities with this watch on my wrist. This is a Phoenix 6S version of watch. I walk you through the methodology covering data collection from Garmin devices and ensuring accuracy through the data cleanup, also exploring dataset structure in overview and visualizing insights. This structured approach ensures thorough analysis of Garmin activity data, and on the left side, you can see how the raw data looks like at the beginning. We will transform these data to be able to build up the visuals. But first, I would like to tell you a bit about how to collect the data, because you need to do it first before you start anything else. Garmin provides a method to export all your personal data from your Garmin account, such as waypoints, tracks, contracts, messages, and really everything that are stored in your account. First, you need to go to the Garmin site and sign in, and then there is a data management section, and you need to select that one, and then export your data. You should select Request Data Export then. And after this request has been submitted successfully, you will receive an email with a download link within a couple of days. It really depends. Files typically take about 48 hours to prepare, but depending on the number of requests being processed and the amount of data associated with your profile, this could take up to 30 days as well. So if you have a particular date in mind for utilizing your data, it's recommended to submit your request a few days in advance to ensure timely access to it. Here you can see the example of the email on the screen and also the Garmin site where you can export the data. I use this first option, but I will also show you another option how to collect the data. If you visit the Garmin Connect website and log in with your Garmin credentials, you can have the chance to select all your activities. There is a left menu bar, and you need to click on the All Activities section. And there, you need to select the desired date range for the data you want to export. This could include a specific activity as well, or just a range of activities over time. And then you need to click on Export CSV text. There is this icon at the top right corner. And then you can download and save the file to your computer. If you have multiple activities or you want to export data for different time periods, then you need to repeat this process for each set of data. I think it's more manual, so that's why I choose the other method, but that could take a bit longer. But I advise to use the option one if you have the time. Once you got the data, you need to begin importing it to Power BI. As I mentioned, I used the first option, so I need to choose the JSON activity, JSON data type to get the data. But if you use the second method, you should select the text or CSV data source, which is listed as the second on the screenshot. Once you imported this data from the data source, you should use Power Query to perform the data transformation tasks, such as filtering or sorting, shaping the data to suit your analysis. And then you can also standardize the units of measurements for time, speed, distance, and all other relevant metrics. And you can also conduct a thorough examination of the dataset to identify any anomalies or outliers, because at some point these Garmin watches can measure your activities wrongly. There can be some bugs every time, so you need to go through your dataset and check these anomalies first before you use those in your visualization. And then you can also format the data to optimize it for your presentation in visualization. This also includes the organizing the data into relevant categories, applying appropriate formatting options, and structuring it for effective visualization. These steps are essential to prepare data before any visualization are happening. So let's see the data itself. First, I would like to say a few words about implementing or build up the data model. I obtained a comprehensive dataset consolidated into a single table containing 795 records across 43 columns. To manage this data effectively, I needed to split it into smaller, more manageable tables. And when I constructed a data model of this nature, certain principles must be applied. The star schema is widely preferred for organizing data models such as this, which is why I structured the data set into fact and dimension tables, as you can see on the screenshots on the right side. For table joins, the primary key used in the primary key used is the activity ID, and the location ID and time ID was used as foreign keys. This is how the final data model looks like. As you can see, the fact tables are on the middle and the dimension tables on the side. Okay, let's dive into the specifics. The data spans from February 2021 to January 2024, providing a robust timeline for analysis. I've captured a diverse range of activities, including snowboarding, wakeboarding, strength training, yoga, cycling, and so on. You will see all the activity types on the report itself. I've also integrated essential parameters such as report author, report version, last refresh date, and also a welcome message at the top. And leveraging DAX, I've implemented crucial measures and calculated columns. These metrics can be seen on the right side again. These are allowing us to get deeper insights into performance and intensity across various activities. Let's see some smart narratives, because there is a good visual within Power BI, which worth to use at some point. Here you will notice the results from these smart narratives. This tool automatically generates insightful narratives based on your data, offering valuable interpretations and highlighting significant trends from the data. From activity trends to performance metrics, these narratives provide actionable insight for informative decision making. Let me show you some of these. For example, for the activity distribution, I could check that walking had the highest count of activities. I really like walking. And the lowest one had the count of activity that was the snowshoeing. I only tried it twice, but it was a really good experience. You can also check some performance analysis. You will get some of these from the smart narratives. For example, I could see that the count of activities from spring started trending down a bit in 2021, and it was falling by almost 44% in 2 years. Okay, and let's move on to the visualization part. First, I needed to apply the Garmin theme. It's really crucial to pay close attention to these preparatory steps. So for applying this Garmin theme led me to ensuring consistency with the brand style during the dashboard implementation. So it customized the visual appearance of the report. And then I needed to design the UI to be really a real user-friendly interface. I implemented some buttons and slicers, filters, and real truths. And these features enhance user experience and also enable exploration of the data. And I also needed to select the correct visuals for the different metrics. I choose line charts for tracking trends over time, also bar charts for comparing categories, and bar charts for illustrating proportions. Sorry. So you need to make sure to select the proper visualization for the different data. Let me show you the report itself then. So this is how the landing page look like. As you can see, there is welcome messages at the top. It will welcome the user. If you log into a different account, it will write your name at the top. And also you can see that there are these filters and slicers on the left side for the different activities. There are some KPIs at the top, which will give you an overall insights for all your activities. By default, it will show the measures for all the activities, but if you click on any of the activities on the left side, it will filter the whole page for those specific activity. Moving to the next page of the report, it will show you the duration of the different activities. And again, you can see which activity had the longest duration or the minimum duration for the time being. And you can again select the specific activity to check all these measures and analysis. On the next page of the report, you can see some KPIs and some measures for the distance and speed, and how these are correlating each other. And you can also see the speed trend over time, how the maximum speed changed during the certain activities. And you can check also which activity had the longest distance. And moving to the fourth page of the report, you can see some statistics about your heart rate, your average heart rate and maximum as well, and also VO2 max. As you can see, my VO2 max dropped down significantly, unfortunately. My heart rates are usually pretty high during the activities. I'm working on that part. I was just advised to do more cardios to get it improved. So this is one of my plans to do it in the future. And this is the one of the last page of the report. You can see some metrics about the calories, and also there is a cumulative calories burned over time chart as well on the right side. That was a bit tricky chart. I will talk a bit about this more, how I could implement it. And you can also see a donut chart, which shows you what kind of activities burnt the most of the calories over time. And this is a drill through page. Whenever you filter for any of the activities, you would see all the details that the data has. So you can dive into these metrics as well and check all the details that you would like to. So this is how the report looks like. But let me tell you a bit about the challenges and obstacles I faced during the development. So first, the main tricky part was cleaning up the data. So Unfortunately, Garmin hasn't provided any data mapping for the fields, so I needed to find out and identify the different fields. What are those showing? At some point, the column names wasn't clarified, so I needed to find out and compare the Garmin Connect page with these specific fields to get more insights and details about these. And I also needed to do some investigation regarding the units which are used in the Garmin data. As I mentioned, at some point I needed to identify and refine some of the outliers or anomalies in the data. For example, at some point I got 109 kilometer per hour for speed during my snowboarding activity, which was a bit awkward. It wasn't reliable data, so I needed to found these and actually update these or just removing these outliers from the data set. And I also needed to ensure the format compatibility across all the data fields, which is essential for seamless integration. That was the first challenge. The second one was regarding the language that are showing on the dashboard, on the report, because the activity names are currently in Hungarian, because I use Garmin Connect in Hungarian. So I needed to translate these activity names into English, and I needed to create a table for that, but I will tell you more about this. But I also wanted to make sure that the original Hungarian language is not removed. So at some point, if I want to do some further improvements or develop some features, then maybe a switch button can be added to switch between the different languages seamlessly. So I wanted to keep all these different activity names in the different languages. And the last one was regarding this cumulative calories chart that I mentioned, the chart that I show on the last page of the report. So missing calorie data during seasonal sports can lead to gaps in cumulative calculations. So I needed to make sure to find a solution for this one. Let me show you how. So for this particular problem, I created a table, actually created a date table until 2030. I just found that this date would be beneficial to create the date table until then. And I also listed all the different activity types. And then I needed to do a full outer join between these tables to merge these together. And then I also needed to do a love join with the calories table to get all the calories data. And then for all of those records which didn't have any calories data, I needed to fill those up with zeros, and then added a calculated cumulative calories column. Gave me the result that I wanted to show on that stacked area chart. So that was one of the solution that I implemented. And regarding the data transformation part, at some point I used ChatGPT. It was really beneficial and really helpful for me when I needed to do the data mapping. It was much faster than analyzing the data set by myself. So it conducted systematic investigation to determine the necessary units for data consistency. So it was really helpful. And for the different languages problem on the visuals, I also developed the mapping table to facilitate the display of the activity names in various languages. And initially, I compiled comprehensive list of activity names in Hungarian, as I mentioned. And to create this mapping table, I duplicated this column and replaced the Hungarian activity names with the corresponding English translations. And then this approach ensures that users can easily understand and interpret the activity data regardless of their preferred language. So, and it can also let us to do some future improvements. Okay, this is the stacked area chart that I mentioned. This is giving me a good understanding how my calories burned changed over time and over the different type of activities. I just wanted to show you in bigger, because you can always make all of the charts bigger on the Power BI report if you like to. Let me take a moment and show you some of my findings during the analysis. These are my personal records that I could get from the report. You can see that I had some goals achieved during the different years and seasons. So these are the findings that I got, and these were pretty awesome when I saw these and could list these achievements, and these are, you know, gave me high motivation to do these sports going forward. So what's next? What I would like to do in the future regarding this report, because I think there are some other areas that can be improved in it. So, for example, I would like to include some new activities. I'd like to update the report with new metrics and insights from these activities, and I'm also looking to broaden my horizons by adding a new activity to my list of sports. And I want to make sure that these are correctly implemented to the report. And the second one is obtaining a healthy lifestyle. And the report can help me with this by visualizing these personal fitness goals in the report. It will give me a clear roadmap, and it will show me whenever I could achieve these goals, and it would maintain a healthy balance in my athletic endeavors. Okay, and the last one would be to engage some other folks as well. Individuals can easily access their own statistics by loading their export JSON file without needing to make any changes in the report. So my goal would be to share this report with some others, and to also encourage everyone to find some joy and benefits of physical activity. And I think this report can motivate some others to do the same as I'm doing on on a daily basis. And I would like to give some conclusion from the report that I developed. So I feel that this provided valuable insights into these activities, and also helping me identify areas for improvements. That's for sure. For example, I would like to get a higher speed for snowboarding activities, and I also got some motivation, as I mentioned, to overcome the challenges and push my some of my boundaries during these sport activities. And I think that this report is valuable tool for guiding my future sports plan, and inspires me. So it's time for you to ask your questions,
Hey.
if you have any.
Yeah, thank you for such a great presentation. Yes, we have
Thank
a
you.
lot of questions.
Oh, okay.
So, first question is, what is Garmin data format? Do they provide API?
Unfortunately, not. As of my knowledge, they not providing any API. That would be perfect, but unfortunately not.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
the data format is, as I mentioned, you can either export it in CSV or in JSON format.
Okay, and have you tried to export CSV file programmatically from those pages, and probably just need to find proper HTTP queries or something like that?
No, I haven't tried it, but I know that there is a possibility for that. Yes, that can be, it will automate, sorry, the process for exporting these files.
Okay, thank you. The next question, have you considered a method of data loading with live connectivity so that the data from each new training session is automatically loaded into the current report for obtaining more up-to-date information?
Yes, I thought about that, but as I mentioned, as you need to export this data, it didn't make sense to use the live connection, only importing the data itself within the report.
Okay. And how have you split data between tables? What tool was used for that?
Actually, I also use ChatGPT for that to provide me some ideas how to split the data into smaller tables. But as I mentioned, I follow the principles of building up star schema, and I wanted to break it down into really small piece of tables, and the aim was behind this to easily find the different metrics regarding speed, distance, and these kind of things.
Okay, interesting. Okay, next question. Did you have any problems with data that Garmin provide? For example, due to no GPS connection?
Yes. Unfortunately, I had some problems with it. At some point, actually, it was funny because when I walked to the EPAM office, at some point, the Garmin watch loses GPS connection during the activity itself, and that way it couldn't measure the whole walk. And I reported it to the Garmin support team because usually it really disturbs me when I'm finding these bugs in the watch. So I reported it, and they mentioned that if you are walking to high buildings or across high buildings, you can at some point lose the GPS connectivity, which is, I didn't like this answer, but at
Yeah.
some point it can happen.
Okay, I see. Strange. So, and have you compared result with other Garmin watches? Is the data accurate enough?
Yes, I had the chance to look into one of my friends' Garmin watch.
Mm-hmm.
He has a Phoenix 7 version of the Garmin watch. It's also Phoenix series, but still, I felt that that watch has more detailed metrics
Mm-hmm.
calculations. Yes, and I feel that its sensors are more sensitive. So I think that would provide more accurate data. For
Mm-hmm.
example, for GPS and also the calories burned data.
Okay, and do all Garmin watches provides same data, same metrics and fields?
No.
No?
No, unfortunately, no. So there are some older versions, older series of the watch, and at some point, the operation systems which are running on
Mm-hmm.
these watches are outdated and cannot. And some of the watches are I do not have those sensors.
Mm-hmm.
Which the newest versions. So yeah, it can differ based on
Okay,
the type of the watch.
got it. So have you tried to add more users or your team to find the most like active and someone?
Not yet, unfortunately,
Okay,
but this is a plan, as I mentioned.
great. Next question. Does Garmin provide all points for long routes to visualize it on a map? Sorry.
Mhm. Yes, actually, it gives you the exact location, the GPS coordinates, also the start point of the GPS and the event sorry, where you ended
Mhm.
the activity. So yes, you have it accurately.
Okay. Have you checked data that Strava application provides?
No, unfortunately
Mhm.
not. But I know that it has also a lot of capabilities. But no, I haven't checked that.
Okay. Um, is it possible to export sleeping activity data from Garmin?
Yes, but you need to find it in the export data file that you got, because when you got this export file, it's a huge zip file actually, and you need to find in a really complex folder structure. You need to find the data you need, but it's split it into different part of the Garmin sensors data, so you can investigate and navigate where you can find these sleep data. But yes, you can find it
Mhm.
as well.
Great. Next question. Why did you do visualizations in Power BI? Have you tried other tools? For example, Looker, Tableau, or could it be done just in Excel?
I don't think that it can be done in Excel.
Me
I
too.
mean, or maybe I feel that at some point, yes, some of the visuals might be able to, some of the bar charts, that's for sure. Those can be built up with Excel as well. But I prefer Power BI
Mhm.
because the visuals are quite dynamic. So whenever you click on any of the visuals, it will filter the others, and it's implemented automatically by default whenever you are building up these visuals. And the reason why I choose Power BI, because I am a Power BI developer and this is my expertise, so that's why I choose this. And the other tools, I worked with those, but I'm not expert in those, so that's why I choose Power BI.
Okay, thank you. What are your plans to extend this solution?
As I mentioned, I would like to show it to others. I would like to maybe give it to a group of people and compare their activity statistics together. And at some point, it would be good if I can show it to Garmin as well. Maybe they
Mhm.
would like it at some point. And there is a Garmin community where I think there would be some people who would be interested
Great.
in
Yes,
this.
for sure. Exactly. Okay, and we have our last question for today.
Okay.
Uh, Gina, did you really manage to clock 76 kilometers per hour snowboarding? How did you how did it feel? Were you scared?
Yeah, it was pretty scary, but it was a bit easier for me because there was no one on the ski resort at that time, and it was pretty early in the morning, and the snow was pretty good, and my snowboarding was pretty new, so all the edges were pretty sharp. So that's why I could do it, but it was great, scary, that's for sure.
Great. Thank you very much. And that concludes our session. We hope you found this talk insightful and inspiring. In the video description below, you will find the link to the talk page where you can provide feedback on this talk, give speaker a page, rate the session, and download the presentation. Thank you very much, Gina, for coming, and to all who watched this video for your participation, engagement, and support. We look forward to seeing you at our next sessions. Until then, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep exploring the exciting world of data. Goodbye for now, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.